Hi, I'm Greg Birdie with PMI Birdie Properties, and we made this quick video to kind of give you a timeline explanation of the process for the make ready on our properties that we manage. Some of the key questions that we're going to answer in this video is what starts the make ready process? What's the action that has to happen for all the other steps to be possible? What kind of report that we produce and perform on the properties, and then which items do we check throughout that report. We'll also cover what information, once that report is done, we'll cover what information we use, other information besides just that report, to determine what items either damaged or anything, or just dirty or different things like that. That will be the tenant's responsibility. After that, we talk about how you can pay for repairs that are owner repairs, because either they were normal wear and tear on the property that we want to take care of during the make ready process while it's vacant, or even just routine owner things because it is your property and it's just cheaper to do it when we're doing one big giant project all together, and you kind of save a little bit of money by doing it all in one big package. And we'll talk about a little bit how you can pay for the owner side of those repairs. And then we finish up with kind of the technicians that we use, their licenses and insurance, and all the different kind of work that they can do, which is pretty much everything that could be needed on the property. And then lastly, there's just a little bit about once it's rented again, maybe the last few things we need to do to make sure the property is perfect, because first impressions are very important when you're moving in a new tenant, because it starts off that relationship, and you definitely want to start it as best you possibly can and do everything you can to make sure that it's a great first impression. All right, here we go.
So your tenants just turned in their keys, and that's what's going to start our make ready process. As soon as we receive the keys here in the office, we're going to send you a notice. It's a quick notice to let you know we've received the keys and that we are scheduling your final walkout on this date. We try to walk your home within 24 to 48 hours of us receiving the keys from the tenant, as long as those fall on a business day. If we have a weekend and they turn their keys in on a Friday, then we're walking it the following Monday. Our walk takes anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 hours. Our technicians are going to take photos of your whole property. They average anywhere from 500 to 800 photos, depending on the size and the condition in which the renter left the property. We check everything we can. We're not licensed inspectors, so we can only check everything with the naked eye. We're going to open up every cabinet, we're going to open up every blind, every door, we're going to check the locks, we're going to turn the AC on, we're going to see take a reading with a thermal gun to see what the AC temperature is coming out. If it's during the winter, we'll turn the heater on, we'll see what the heater reading is coming out of those AC vents. We'll check the AC filter, we're going to take readings of the hot water. If the water's over 120 degrees coming out of any of the faucets, it's at scalding, and we need to go ahead and get that water heater either adjusted or looked at. We'll take readings of the refrigerator, the temperatures of the inside, the freezer and the refrigerator, showing that it's operational. All this will come back to our coordination team, and they will sit down and take that final walkout report and the photos of that report and compare it to the previous tenant's prior to move-in report, and their inventory and condition form in which they had to turn in, their maintenance request, and any pros that were done on the property throughout the time they lived there. And we'll use all of that to determine what can be charged the previous tenant, if anything.
So once we have the final walkout, the report is going to come here into coordination. Anilu, Alexa, and me are going to be comparing your final walkout to your prior to move-in review. And other things that we're going to take into consideration is going to be the inventory and condition form, all the oldest pros, and any maintenance requests. Once we have all of those things with the final walkout, we will start determining, we will get a repair, and then we'll determine if it's a tenant repair or an owner repair. Tenant repairs are going to be things that in the prior to move-in review were noted as being okay, and now they're broken or they're damaged. The owner list is going to contain things that are normal wear and tear, like normal amount of nail holes, small scuffs, or things that were previously noted in like the ICF or the PTMIR as noted as already damaged. So that can be charged to the tenant, and that is going to be put in your owner list. Once we have the owner list and the prior tenant list, we will reach out to our vendors and get pricing from them. Once we have the whole list with all our prices from our vendors, we will send you the owner repair list. If the security deposit this is not enough to cover the prior tenant repairs, you will be sent the prior tenant repair list also, and we will explain you the process from there. Once you have the owner repair list, you can review it, and then if you need any assistance or have any questions or doubts, we can talk about it. Once you have approved the repairs that you want to do or the repairs that need to be done, you will need to send us the funds. We have 3 options to send the funds. The first one would be the credit card on the website called PayLease. The second one would be paying with a checking account on your portal, and the third one would be sending a check to our office. Sending the check to our office will delay your repairs a little because we can't start the work until we have that check. My recommendation would be using either the PayLease website or the portal.
Now that you've gone through the whole punch list, both owner and tenant, and you've made the decisions on what repairs are going to be done in your home, we're going to dispatch out to our vendors. Each one of our vendors are licensed and insured. This way we know that they can take care of all the work that needs to be done in your home, and they're held liable in case anything were to happen. They'll receive the punch list, they're going to go out, they're going to complete that work. Once that work is done, we will go out to the property and do a QC, a quality control. We'll walk that home again with the punch list that we sent to the vendor that you approved, and we'll make sure that each line item on that list was done and done correctly and to our standards. If it wasn't, we will send back the vendor and have them go back and make the corrections as needed. The final step in this whole process is going to be the prior to move-in review. Once your house has been rented and we have a signed lease and we know the tenant's going to move in, we will walk your home 48 hours before the tenants enter the property. And it's the same process as the final walkout as the prior to move-in. We will go back into your home, we take another 400, 500, up to 800 photos at times of that property and everything in the home. Take that and it's documented in the tenant's portal, and it stays with that tenant, and when they move out, the process starts back over again. We will then use that prior to move-in review and compare it to the final walkout we did, and we'll go from A to Z all over again as the new tenant's coming into your home. If your home has been sitting on the market vacant, we will need to get it re-cleaned. Remember, there are people going in and out of your property. They are walking your home, viewing it through showings. They're tracking stuff into the home. The carpets that were professionally cleaned are now matted down from people walking on it. If it's all wood floors or tile, they've tracked stuff in. The lawn probably needs to be mowed. So these are things that are going to take place once the home gets rented. We'll let you know. You'll receive a notice from us that, hey, your house has been rented. We need to get a light cleaning in it, and we need to get the lawn mowed. And that way, when the new tenant moves in, they move into a house that is clean, freshly mowed, and all repairs are done. And also our prior to move-in review will reflect this as well. So when they do move out, we have detailed photos that the lawn was cut, the house was clean, and that everything that was repaired was in good working order. So we can use that report when they move out to determine if we need to make any additional repairs.
I hope this video gave you a better understanding of the timeline and the process for turning over your property for a new tenant. If you have any questions, of course, always reach out to our office. But for more information of just all things real estate and property management, definitely check out our website, subscribe to our page, and check out one of our latest videos. All right, have a good one.